My pranams to all Atma Jyotis. Welcome all of you for today's session of meditation. So today, I'm going to teach you one type of breathing practice and followed by meditation. First, let me explain the background about this practice. So meditation means finding God within, finding the universe within. Okay. Now we think that the universe is without, outside there's a universe. But entire experience of universe happens in this small box, brain and the mind. In reality, the whole universe is in this box. Okay, whatever you call universe, wherever what you call God or cosmos, sun, moon, is an appearance in this box. We see only what is there within this box. What we see outside is actually appearing inside. Is it clear? So that's where we say, Yat Brahmande, Tat Pindande. Whatever is there in macrocosm is in the microcosm. Whatever is there in the macrocosm is cosmos, is there in the microcosm within. So that's why we can find anything in the universe within this body, in a microscope, in a micro way, small way. So that we can understand in a dream world. I see a dream. The dream appears to be happening outside, but actually this dream is happening in the mind. So the entire world is appear to be happening outside. It's happening within the nervous system. So entire spiritual journey is to go within. Entire spiritual journey is to go within to find out that reality. So what we call as Yat Brahmande, Tat Pindande. What is in the macrocosm is in the microcosm. Our brain is a microcosm. The miniature universe is present within. So seek what is there within you. That is the principle. Now look at our body. Body has, there are two aspects to the body, front side of the body and back of the body. Front side of the body, there is a nervous system. Okay. So this nervous system is called vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is in the front side. It connects all the organs of the body. From the base of the spine, all the way up to brain, it connects. This I call as front sushumna. Okay. Now, to calm down the front sushumna, we have to do a breathing practice. Similarly, we have to calm down the back sushumna. This is the back nervous system. We have to do a breathing practice. Now, while doing this breathing practice, this nerve gets calmed down. When I say calm down, a parasympathetic response will start. Parasympathetic response starts with this calming down. The mind becomes calm. There are three centers in our body. This is actually what we call Nabi or navel center. Navel center is responsible for our fight or flight syndrome, which is fear response. The fear starts from here. So then there's a heart center, which is the emotional center. Emotional response starts here. Then there's a brain center here, where our anger response starts. The fear is always about the future. Fear and anxiety is about future. That's always starts in stomach area. You can feel butterflies, and anxiety here. Heartburn is always related to past failures, past, and anger is always about present moment. I have to do something about it now. That's anger. Past, future, past, and present. These are the three aspects of our nervous system. We have to calm down. Is it clear? Three dimensions. Anxiety is about future. That's where panic response, panic system, panic happens. Heartburn is about past. Oh, my friend, my relative, my money lost, all those things. Heartburn. Anger is, I have to do something about it, I can't do it. Three, past, present, and future are there in our, located with our vagus nervous system. Front system. Is it clear? So calming this nervous system, I'll teach a practice. Now, there is a back sushumna, the spinal cord, where the chakras are located. The front sushumna also chakras are located. Same chakras open up in the front also. So front is the control for that is in the back spinal cord. Okay. The spinal cord opens into our third eye, Adna chakra, and a center called Brahmarandra here, the top of the head. This opens up into a brain cavity. The chakras, the spinal cord opens up into brain cavity. This brain cavity is called Brahma Kapala. The consciousness manifests in that area, inner center. So Brahma Kapala means cave of Brahman, where Brahman is the universal consciousness is manifest there, not Parabrahma. Parabrahma is always everywhere. So the universal consciousness is manifest here. Jiva, individual soul, migrates from this center in the spinal cord. It travels up and down in the spinal cord. Jiva is in the spinal cord. So in the spinal cord or individual consciousness in the spinal cord, it is there. The consciousness feels restricted, whereas the consciousness feels expanded in the center, brain cavity, Brahma Kapala. Okay, Brahma Kapala has two openings, the front opening and the top opening. The front opening is called Adna chakra. Top opening is called Brahmarandra. The front opening is related to energy center within the body. So the energy in the body gets distributed throughout the nervous system from this point. This is like a distribution point for energy, Shakti. And this is the distribution point. This is the point for Brahmarandra, is a point for consciousness, Shiva. Shakti is here, Shiva is here. So the individual consciousness is here. Now individual consciousness, these chakras represent the earth element. The outer world is 5 elements, Panchabhutas, the space, the earth, water, fire, wind, space. Earth, water, fire, wind, and space. So these are the 5 elements in the inside the body. The 5 elements outside are represented as smell, taste water, smell for earth, taste for water, and form for fire, and sound for wind, and the space, touch for wind, and space for the sound for the space. These are the 5 elements. Individual consciousness, we are stuck in these 5 elements. we keep on going up and down in the individual jiva. Okay. Whereas the universal consciousness is this here, this center. Now, question is how I can take individual consciousness all the way up to universal consciousness. Jiva, how it can become with one with Ishvara at the immanent level, not at the transcendent level. Okay. So for that, a breathing practice is prescribed. We have two hearts. The top of the head is called cosmic heart or universal consciousness, and this is called individual heart. The individual heart, left side is called physical heart, the mid side is emotional heart, the right side is called spiritual heart. When I say spiritual heart, it represents the chitta, subconscious impressions. Ramana Maharshi says focus on right side. Emotional heart here and physical heart here. Now what happens to us in deep sleep? Our mind goes to this center, loses the connection with the external world, consciousness. When we wake up, the mind moves from here, and mind means subtle form, vasanas and some impressions. They'll go to the top of the head, Brahmarandra, Brahma Kapala, and from there, using spinal cord, they spread throughout the body. Understand? The energy gets spread throughout the body. So the jiva comes back, jiva comes and operates here. From Vishuddhi all the way up to Muladhara. So this center, at this point, our intellect is there, buddhi and manas. Buddhi and manas in subtle form, they go to heart center in deep sleep. In the waking state, they come here. Okay. So the buddhi and manas, buddhi here is what we call as malina sattva, impure sattva. Buddhi is malina sattva, and this part of the brain is shuddha sattva, pure consciousness, shuddha sattva. So Ishvara is about shuddha sattva, jiva is about malina sattva. So we have to take jiva to Ishvara. That is the principle. This is a yogic principle. So what happens? Our spine at Brahmarandra, when the energy goes from the base of the spine all the way up to Brahmarandra, or front of the stomach to Brahmarandra, there's a vibration which happens at that center. This vibration spreads from that center to rest of the part of the body. So basically, Shiva is a point. The consciousness is a point. Manifest reality. Unmanifest reality point is not there. So that point starts radiating energy, so that you can feel as a vibration in your brain and spinal cord, nervous system. And that vibration manifests as, first is Shiva, Brahmarandra. It manifests as energy, and it manifests as mind. Then it manifests as gross body, and it manifests as world. So it's a concentric. So take your attention to Adna or Brahmarandra. The vibration there helps you to keep attention on the energy. Energy is always in the present moment. The mind is in the past, and the world is also in the past. World also, when you see, already the world has changed. So to go back to our present moment, we have to take our attention to energy, and we have to fill our Brahma Kapala with the energy, nervous system, prana. Is this clear? So now let me tell the what we call as pranayama. Is front Sushumna pranayama. So those who are comfortable can do it. Those who are not comfortable can sit. Whatever meditation you want to do, you can do. Front Sushumna pranayama is like this. we have 4 brain waves. Alpha, beta, alpha, theta, and delta. Beta brain wave is high speed. When we function in the world, our mind is operating very fast. Thousands of thoughts are generated. Are we clear? So now our breathing rate is also high when we operate in the world. Alpha waves is the mind becomes calmer. The mind becomes calm. The frequency of operation comes down. Theta waves means mind is further slow. Delta waves means slow. Delta wave is deep sleep. In meditation, we have to reach theta waves. So theta waves is the mind is calm, mind is fully alert, fully awake, and this we call as Jagrata Sushupti, waking sleep. So the purpose of going to meditation is to go to theta wave, where mind is calm, peaceful, fully alert. How do you go from beta wave, which is waking state, to alpha wave and theta wave? By slowing down the breathing. From breath rate, 10 to 12 breaths per minute in the waking state, beta state, we have to slow down to 5 to 6 breaths per minute in the theta wave to get the theta wave. Mind almost immediately calms down. So we say, I cannot control the mind. Mind cannot control the mind. But prana can control the mind. The breath. The breath is air. The prana is the biological energy in the spinal cord or front sushumna. For front sushumna, it's called vagus nerve. The prana can control the mind. Are we clear? What is the relationship between breath and prana? Breath and prana are related to each other like a blind man and a lame man. Mind is the lame man. Mind cannot travel. Breath or prana is the man with mind is lame. Breath is blind. So the lame man can sit on the back of the breath, mind, and ask direct to go here, there. So, for example, if I say lift my hand, mind says lift my hand, the energy goes here, energy moves there. So mind has directed the prana. Are you clear? Mind has directed the prana. Mind has directed the energy. Mind is what? Blind man. Mind is the lame man. Prana is blind man. Okay. On the other hand, I direct the prana. Who directs now? Intellect, buddhi. Buddhi directs prana. Now breathe in slowly. Now, because of prana, mind moves. Prana is moving. Breath is directed by the buddhi. So do like this. Take the energy here. The mind moves there now because prana carries the mind. Okay. So in outer world, mind has to direct the prana to do some work. Inner world, prana has to direct the mind to go back to consciousness. Focus. Are you clear? So that is the secret of pranayama. So Vaishali, you missed the initial portion. I'll just quickly recap. I won't go through fully. Just
can you show the Vegas now while you're recapping?
I'll recap. Very quickly I'll do that. So our entire world, what we call as experience of the world, happens in this box called brain. So what we see in the world, sun, moon and all, ultimately is experienced in our nervous system. The entire world can be experienced in our nervous system. So the God is also experienced in the nervous system only, within only, not outside. Okay. Even if God comes and stands in front of you, the experience is within. So the inner journey is evolution. So we have two types of controlling nerves. This is called vagus nerve, which is actually what I call front sushumna, which connects various organs of the body to the head, brain. Various organs of the body to brain. Okay. So now this is I call front sushumna. It's like a cord, spinal cord, front sushumna. Now we see the world outside and we have to respond. The fear response comes from where? Butterfly. Okay, this nerve will start giving reaction. Butterfly. So this is the center where energy starts moving. Fear energy. So your panic attack and all, the energy comes there. So then there's a heart center. Heart has to pump. Okay, heart is the emotion center. And brain, nervous here. This is the Adna. I'll tell you what is Adna. So now these three are three aspects of our life. The energy, this is fear is past. Fear is about future always, anxiety. Or future is here, response. Okay. Then past is here, emotional disturbance. Okay, emotional disturbance, okay, past it happened. Heartburn. Oh, it's called breakup of heart breakup happens. And this portion, this is the future, this is the past, and this portion, friend, is now. Anger, I have to do something about it. Anger is now. You'll get angry. I have to do something, but I can't do. If you're able to do something, anger will come down. Anger is something I cannot do. So the future, the past, and present. Panic is always about future. Heartburn is about past. Anger is about present. So these three centers, we can calm and control these aspects of the mind. We can control through control of vagus nerve. Prana. So, was it clear, Kateni?
I didn't get like where is that vagus nerve coming from? Is it from the brain?
It goes all the way from your anus. It is the biggest nerve. It travels all the way up to brain, connecting all the main organs of the body.
Okay.
Okay. And nerve has two types of response, called parasympathetic and sympathetic. When we are stressed, it is called sympathetic response. So panic attack, sympathetic response. All hormones which are related to the lower center are created. Parasympathetic means parachute. Parachute comes down slowly. Parasympathetic response calms down. So slow breathing calms down your nervous system. Fast breathing excites your nervous system. Alcohol, coffee excites our sympathetic response. Pranayama calms down our parasympathetic response. Mind has to become calm for meditation. That's the purpose. So then what will happen? Our past, present, and future will go to the reality, present moment reality. So there's a back sushumna, back sushumna, which is spinal cord, which connects Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha, Adna. So what happens here? The outer world is represented the inner world. The outer world, earth, is represented as Mooladhara, which is actually taste. Taste is response here. The water is represented as, Mooladhara is about smell. Water element is about taste, Swadhisthana. Fire element is about form, and wind element was touch. Space element was sound. So these are represented in the spinal cord. And this represents Adna, okay, and this is Brahmarandra. So this center within us, here if you look at this center, the center portion, white portion is there. It's called cavity of Brahman, Brahma Kapala in yoga. Means Brahman or God consciousness is there. That's why in English we use the word, this is called temple. This temple means really meaning of temple. God consciousness is there in this center. The white.
Pineal gland, right?
Huh?
Pineal gland.
Around all that. It's like Brahma Kapala. Pineal gland is the center of consciousness. Okay. So the Brahma Kapala or God consciousness has two openings for us. One is front side of the eyes, Atma, and top of the head, Brahmarandra. Okay. So what happens when the consciousness expands in this area? That's called God consciousness. God within you. There is God in you, all of you, as you. Okay. God is not separate from you. The consciousness is not separate from you. God is in you as you. But you start traveling downwards, the jiva. Consciousness spreads from the center here, which is expanded consciousness, to the contracted consciousness spinal cord. The jiva always travels in the five elements: the space, wind, fire, water, earth. And the spinal cord is contracted. Whereas the expansion happens here, contraction happens there. Are we clear? So, the Adna chakra, this center is important, where you put kumkum and tilak. Here, the consciousness, all energy starts from moving into all of the body through 72,000 nerves. What is the relation between energy and consciousness? The consciousness moves as energy, and various organs of the part of the body, it activates as consciousness, reflected consciousness, Chidabhasa. So this center is your Shakti center, Adna. Commands, that's why it's called Adna. Adna means command center. Command of all part of the body comes from here. Shakti is in charge. And top of the head is called Shiva, consciousness, stillness, point. Okay. So we have two hearts. One is called, this is Jiva, individual heart, and this is called cosmic heart. The top of the head, Brahmarandra, is cosmic heart. So the entire spiritual journey is individual heart has to be merged with the, cosmic heart, you have to receive the energy into individual heart. All energies have to be taken back to the Brahmarandra or consciousness center. Why you have to take back? The energy, from this center, see this center appears like a point here, but actually it is not a point in consciousness. But for us, we have to focus on a point. From that, energy spreads. From energy, this energy spreads. From that, mind spreads. From that, body spreads. And from that, world appears. Okay. In a way, very simple way of saying, my dear sirs, you're all a cosmic projector. You're a projector for the cosmos. The world you don't see outside, the world is projected through you by the energy. Understand? The world is you are the body-mind complex, is a projector for the consciousness. Shiva. And Shiva uses Shakti and the mind to project the world. Understand? The world is a projection from within consciousness. No, you say, I am individual, he is individual. For each of us, there is a projection. And the projection, we see a common projection, all of us, because the common consciousness is using the common aspect to project objective reality. And mind is subjective reality. So subjective reality and objective reality is projected with consciousness from this center. Are we clear?
Objective reality.
What you call as objective reality is not objective reality.
In the beginning, understand the world we see is.
No, do not mix up that and this. I understand the magic. Then we'll come back to that. Right now, the whole world we see, I see the world and it's within me, I say.
Within me.
But world went outside from within me. It was projected from me. So like this, let's give a dream analogy. In the dream, I see a forest and tree and mountain. A world outside I see. Where was the world? Was in the mind, sphere. It projected from the mind and seen in the mind. So the brain is a our nervous system plays a dual role: projection and experience. Are we clear?
So it's experiencing what it projected.
Experiencing what it projected and distorted.
As a reflection.
As a reflection.
After it beams back.
Beams back. So we are projecting the world. That happens in the dream. And we are experiencing. Let's say in dream we projected tiger. And we are afraid. The fear is impression. The projection and impression happens within nervous system. This happens in each of us. Our example is in deep sleep. All projection is stopped. There's no world. What happened to the world? Disappear. Back into the heart center.
Only projection is clear. Only projection went to rest.
The projection is the world, sir.
No, in sleep it went to rest.
It went to rest. It went to subtle form, film. And in the waking state, it came here, got projected outside, and experienced inside. So it starts as energy, and it becomes a mind. Mind is the subjective aspect of us. It becomes a body, which is subjective aspect of us, and world becomes the objective aspect of us. So in meditation, we have to withdraw the energy back to the center. Now, what happens when we withdraw the energy to the back center? What happened to the world? When I'm meditating, world is outside there. World is not outside there. Because world is nothing but appearance of energy. No, world is there. That world is there is a memory. It is not there. In deep sleep, there is no world outside. So, understanding a play of energy and mind, we can take back our consciousness to higher center, God center. So, God is in you as you. God is not separate from you. Okay? So let me take up the pranayama, breathing practice. So is this clear to you? When we see the world, there's a fear response. We project the world, we means not we, God consciousness. Not as an individual we are speaking of. God or universal consciousness projects from here, uses your body as a projector, fools you. You don't know you are being as a projector. And you experience the world. And the experience gets stored as impressions.
So, Prabhuji, how does this tie to the previous model saying that the world is Ishvara's projection and experiences Jiva's?
I'm saying world is projected from the Brahmarandra as an energy, is Ishvara, from Brahmakapala.
From using the individual.
Using the individual instruments. And experience as the mind, because energy, the mind I have shown, mind is one circle. So, it is projected and experienced in the mind. You got that circle, no? The circles I wrote, no? The energy moves as a mind, body, and the world.
How is objective reality projected?
How is the objective reality? How is the objective reality projected in your dream?
Dream I understand.
Same thing happens in waking state.
My dream is different.
Why do you think our dreams are same now?
But I can see the wallpapers. You can see the wallpaper.
Yeah, in dream, I and you are there. This is a dream. I and you are there. I can see the wallpaper. You can see the wallpaper. Both say we can see the wallpaper. In dream also, you have this person sitting in front of you. No, he is also seeing the objective reality. No. See, that objective reality common to all of us because that objective reality comes from the Ishvara, universal consciousness. What is subjective reality comes from the mind. So there's a universal consciousness creation called Ishvara Srishti and subjective reality created called Jiva Srishti. So in dream also, all of us will see same objective world. Why? Because one consciousness is projecting that objective reality. But each of us experiences the world in a different way because of subjective reality, mind. So this is the trick.
Then the source of subjective reality is the objective reality.
Everything is same, no? It's a flow, no? From the consciousness, mind is projected and the objective world is projected.
So there is the universal shareable world. within which I create my individual
Right.
world.
Universal shareable world is called Ishvara Srishti. And it is projected from your consciousness center.
The individual world is personal, not shareable.
Individual is personal. It's a mental reality. That's a reflection of that. What's happening?
So without the objective reality, subjective reality will not happen.
Without objective reality, subjective reality is in dormant form. It's a film form.
Okay.
It's a impression form. Impressions will come up. Are we clear?
So both happen simultaneously.
I mean, everything in the universe, the word simultaneous, I don't know what is the meaning of simultaneous. Our language also has okay, it happens. That's all. This simultaneous past, present, and future, I don't know what meaning of that in the universe. Entanglement.
Full entanglement.
So we understand our problem, what problem we are in, right? We are projecting a reality and experiencing reality. We miss Ishvara and experiencing reality as Jiva.
The Ishvara in us is projecting the reality, and the Jiva in us is experiencing it.
And Jiva projects on the reality also. So Ishvara projects the universal reality, like a bright sun. Jiva Srishti says this is called Ishvara Srishti. It's common, objective reality. Raining is happening. It's an objective reality which is common to all of us. It's called Ishvara Srishti, God's creation. So Jiva comes and says, what a bad day. On that superimposition happens, bad day.
Summer is also bad.
It is also bad. So this is called Jiva Srishti. Within the cosmic creation, we create individual creation. And all suffering enlightenment is about Jiva Srishti, not about Ishvara Srishti. Jiva Srishti, you have to correct it. That's what is called enlightenment. Are we clear?
Remove the reflection.
Not remove the reflection. Be sakshi to the reflection. Be witness of that, rather than getting involved with that movie. Ignore the Okay. So let us go to the pranayama, breathing practice. So here I'll give, we have four brain waves. In the waking state, the brain wave is called beta. And here the waking state, a lot of thoughts will come. Some 70,000 thoughts will come because brain is operating at a higher frequency. So alpha state is when you focus, concentrate, when you write a software program. That's why all of you have put a programming language. Concentrate, brain wave comes down. Okay. A lot of other thoughts will go down. Only focus thoughts. Artists, programming, all will come down to alpha state. Okay. Then theta state is like a dreamlike state. Delta is deep sleep. So in meditation, you have to go to theta state. That's called meditation. Thoughts are very less. Mind is calm, peaceful, and you're fully awake. Okay. If you go to sleep, you go to delta. It's not meditation. This theta state is called Sahaja Samadhi or natural Samadhi. You are in reality. What is reality? Expanded consciousness, because waves are less. The waves are more means consciousness contracts. In beta, the consciousness contracts, the waves are more. In theta, consciousness expands. You are in the expanded state of consciousness, mind is calm. So how to go from beta to alpha to theta? Very simple. Beta to alpha to theta is controlled by our breathing pattern. When we are excited, stress. When you are calm, mind is calm. So beta state brain breathing is 12 breaths per minute. Alpha will come down. Theta you have to come down to 6 breaths per minute. The mind calms down. So the breath and the mind are related like a lame man and a blind man. Breath is what you take is oxygen is breath. The internal bioelectrical energy in your vagus nerve or spinal cord is called prana. Prana is blind, but it can walk. Mind is lame, it cannot go. So we say mind is jumping from here to there. Mind is going to past and future because prana is restless. That's called rajoguna. So lame man sits on the back of the blind man and directs the lame man to go here and there. So in the outer world, I'll say, I want to eat this banana. So what happens? My mind has given instructions. My mind, which is actually lame man, has told the blind man called prana, go and pick up this banana in the outer world. In the inner world, prana has to move. Slow down the breath. Then the mind will move to higher center of consciousness, which is God center. So this is called your temple or cavity of Brahman. Okay. Outer world, mind directs the prana. The inner world, prana takes the mind. Is it clear? So let us do the breathing practice now. First, let us take the Adna chakra or this center. Take your attention. Say your eyes should be like this, as if you are looking at this point. So that will create a lock. When your eyes are moving like this, as if you are seeing this point, gently shift your eyes to a position where you feel a lock there. Close your eyes and see the point where you are putting kumkum or chandan like this namam. So that point you start looking, and eyes should be gently moved upwards without straining. Suddenly you find a lock. In that lock, the mind becomes silent. This is called third eye meditation or Adna chakra dhyana. Everybody is able to find that point? Anybody is not able to find? See, you have to move your eyes slightly upwards to locate the point, as if you are seeing that point, but there shouldn't be any strain. The mind becomes silent at that point because that is the center of energy. Prana moves from that. It's like Shakti center. Is it clear to all? For anybody not clear, please raise your hand. Okay. So now, take your attention from that point to the top of the head, Brahmarandra. See? This point, where top of the head, this is a point, center. That center point is called Brahmarandra. Okay? Yeah, that point. Where the child, when you are born, the child, there's a soft place. So these are the two important points for us meditation. Adna and Brahmarandra. Adna and Brahmarandra are the two center important points for meditation. So now what you do, breathing has to be slowed down from 12 breaths per minute in beta to 6 breath or 4 breath in the theta. But should not force. The moment you force, sympathetic response will start. It should be very natural and slow process. Breathe in deep. When you breathe in deep, feel the energy moving upwards into Adna and Brahmarandra. So your brain cavity starts getting filled with energy. Brahma Kapala starts getting filled with energy, prana. So your prana comes back, prana and mana come back to Brahma Kapala, God center. So I'll give the instruction, follow.
When you consciously slow down the breath,
Yeah.
it is still forced reaction only, no?
I'm saying do not force, gently do it. I'm saying do not put a pressure. Gently slow down. Okay, don't do in excitement. Oh, I have to slow down. Gently do it. Is it clear?
But so many breaths to 6 is like a drastic reduction only.
I'm like, don't go to jump to 6. From 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, like that slowly.
Okay.
Okay. So are we clear? Close your eyes. All of you close your eyes. Sit in a comfortable posture. Hold your hand in Chin Mudra or 2 hands locked together. 2 hands locked together indicates Jivatma Paramatma Ekatvam. Chin Mudra represents Jnana Mudra. I'm not the body, mind, and intellect. I'm one with the consciousness. Take your attention to Adna or Brahmarandra. Gently and slowly breathe in, deep. Feel the energy rising into Adna and Brahmarandra. Feel the prana rising into Adna and Brahmarandra. Along with the prana, mind also goes to Brahma Kapala, cavity of Brahman. Breathe in slow, deep. Prana rises to Brahmarandra. Be aware of the prana in the Brahmarandra or Adna. You can feel it as a vibration. Hold the breath gently without forcing, tiny little bit. Breathe out slowly. Breathe out should be longer than the breathe in. So this process is breathe in deep. Experience the prana in Adna or Brahmarandra as vibration. Hold the breath. Gently breathe out. Like this, you have to slowly reduce the breathing speed. As more and more prana gets filled up in the Brahma Kapala, there's a sense of deep relaxation and peace. Continue to practice. Breathe in, hold, breathe out long. Gently, slowly. This process will calm down our front part of the nervous system called vagus nerve, our front sushumna. Breathe in deep, slow, hold the breath, breathe out long. Slow process. Start feeling energy filling up in Brahma Kapala. Mind becomes calm and peaceful. After mind calms down, stay your attention in Brahmarandra, where there's vibration, or hold your attention in Atma, whichever is comfortable. The vibration in the Brahmarandra keeps you in the present moment. The center of the Brahmarandra is Shivoham. I am Shiva. I am one with Shiva. Om Sadguru Devaya Namaha. I am one with Sadguru. So this thought should be there. So mind is calm and peaceful. If there are any thoughts, mentally chant Shivoham or Om Sadguru Devaya Namaha and keep quiet. Be silent as long as possible. When the thought comes, again chant and keep quiet. Now entire universe, what we call as experience universe, has come in the form of energy back into the consciousness center. Shiva is one with Shakti. Let the mind be focused on that point. With the understanding, Jiva, Shiva, Shakti, and the world are one. Asatoma, Sadgamaya, Tamasoma, Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma, Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Purnamadaha, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudchate, Purnasya, Purnamadaya, Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Nanu, Nanembudu, Nanalla, Ideha, Manabuddhi, Nanalla, Sachidanandatma, Shivananu Nani, Shivoham, 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 Atma Darshanam, Brahma Darshanam, Brahma Darshanam, Satya Darshanam, Antar Jyotihi, Bahir Jyotihi, Pratyak Jyotihi, Paratpara, Jyotireva Jyotihi, Swayam Jyotihi, Atma Jyotihi, Shivosmiham, Lokaha Samastaha. Hold your hand in wrestling posture. Feel the energy moving from your center of your hand. There is energy movement at the center of the hand, blessing the whole universe. Lokaha Samastaha, Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaha Samastaha, Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaha Samastaha, Sukhino Bhavantu. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Rub both of your hands, give on to the eyes, and slowly open your eyes. Everybody is able to do. Are you able to find a difference? Calmness? Are you able to find a difference in the calmness?
That's moving up from the back of the spine.
That we'll take up in the next class.
So now
Heartbeat raises initially.
What?
Heartbeat raises initially.
Okay, after that?
After that, it slows down.
Can you feel the mind calming down?
Yeah.
Mind becomes very calm and peaceful. Understand?
Mm.
That's where Jiva, individual consciousness, become one with the universal consciousness, Ishvara. Then you have entered into a theta state. And everybody is able to feel the calmness.
So this practice is for the back of the spine.
This is from the front side. Oh, it's okay. Back is next week. I'll color the level back side. Okay. Now, how do you know prana has gone there? What are the symptoms? You start feeling a vibration here. Vibration in the Brahmarandra. Okay. That's called spanda. Or you can see a subtle light inside your cavity, brain cavity. Subtle light inside the brain cavity. That's called bindu. Or you can hear a very silent sound, like a forest sound, king, 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 king. So that sound is called nada. You can hear one of them, we can get to experience of one of them, or three of them. Vibration called nada, spanda, sound called nada, and light called, vibration called spanda, sound called nada, and light called bindu. Okay. So normally, some people experience one of them, two of them, or three of them. Do not worry. If you are able to experience one of them, is good enough. That means prana the cavity has filled with the prana. So is this clear to all? So now we will do this practice for longer duration. Okay. That nothingness, when it appears as love, it appears as the universe, it appears as the body.
Okay.
We are going to back to the source.
Consciousness.
Love is expression of that.
But
when you go to back spinal cord, you'll understand, it becomes much more clear.
I don't go to
No, you don't have to go. Understand.
Fine.
Right? So the heart center is love. Okay.
Fine.
And brain center is logic and understanding.
Hmm.
But all starts from nothingness. That nothingness point we are speaking of is called bindu.
What is this consciousness? It's not love. It's not.
It's nothingness.
Nothing is there.
No thing is there. No object is there. Okay. But that nothing is source of everything. When we say Shiva, Shiva means nothingness, no thing. Thing means no object. But that nothing expresses as all objects in the world in the form of energy and the movement. Then love, then other feeling, everything will manifest. Love and all is at the manifest level. But is consciousness love? Yes.
Yes, this is what I'm trying to.
Consciousness is love.
Yes.
Okay.
Not
But
on an objective level. I'm not talking about.
at the objective level. But we are going to the pure subject.
Pure
Subject, all love, everything becomes one with the nothingness. From nothingness, everything comes.
Insights are there.
Yeah. Okay. So, what was the other question? Somebody asked the other question. What is it? Bindu is a point in our body. Again, the body reference, Bindu is a point. Brahmarandra. But in consciousness, Bindu is not a point. Consciousness, nothing is there. But for us to focus, we need a point. So it's like in geometry, the point is an imaginary dimensionless point entity. But we put a point in the this thing, what is the paper, for practical purpose, right? Dimensionless imaginary entity is called bindu. But for our focus, we need that. After that, it will dissolve into nothingness. Yes. But for practical purpose, you have to take a point. Otherwise, what will happen? We can't focus. Is it clear, Katyani? We are taking our attention to bindu or point in the head, right?
Right.
That's required for our to focus our attention. Otherwise, our attention will be going here and there, scattered. Okay, the point is called Shiva or consciousness. What is consciousness? What is consciousness? There's no definition. It is the source of everything. Consciousness is nothingness, no thing. Okay. Shiva is No thing means not an object. Nothing. But there is a consciousness as energy. Okay. You can imagine consciousness as completely empty space. Total empty space. Nothing is there. Imagine remove everything in the space. All objects you remove, everything is removed. No object at all, including the remover is not there. Then what is there is Shiva. It's total nothingness is Shiva.
And we can't define it.
Who is there to define? Okay. There's nobody to define. That's the source of everything. That nothingness is called Mahakasha. Mahakasha, nothingness is called Shiva. Total emptiness. Including that there's no somebody who says it's empty is also not there. Okay. Now, in that emptiness, full of energy is there, Shakti. That's called emptiness is called Shiva, Shakti. Now, this Shakti energy contains the blueprint of everything in the universe. Understand what is blueprint? Entire universe, your individual memory, everything is in the blueprint form there. The Shakti starts moving, projecting the blueprint, becomes the subtle mind, mind of individual, mind of all the people, and body of all individual and world. That energy. Okay. So now energy appears as the world. There's no solid thing called world. Physical object, world is what you call solid. Physical is because our sense organs only. It's already only energy. Our sense organs don't have the ability to see the energy. Or they transform the energy into band limited form. So there's nothing called bindu. In geometry, bindu or point is a dimensionless imaginary entity, but still you put a point in paper for all practical purpose. Shiva is put as a point in head for practical purpose of meditation, but Shiva is not the point. Shiva is a dimensionless point, pointless point. But you have to start with the point to go to no point. Are we clear? Anyway, there's no point in the other this, but you have to do. Shiva? The entire universe is trance of nothingness. You asked a question, what? The anger or energy, right? So all these energies are nothing but coming from consciousness only. Consciousness only takes the form of Shakti. Shakti takes form of various forms of energy. Energy movements. That's why we have Durga Shakti. Durga Shakti is what? Creative energy. Energy of fearlessness. Lakshmi Shakti, energy of love, emotion. And Saraswati Shakti of energy of knowledge, intellect. So these are all energy movements in consciousness. Everything is energy. From consciousness, energy rises and goes back to consciousness.
So what has descended? We are in meditation. We are trying to take it up.
What has come from absolute?
What has descended?
Yeah. What has from absolute has come to relative. We are taking back to absolute.
That's what we're taking it up.
Yeah. So your question on energy is clear. See, the anger or any energy is a imprint of the mind, individual. Anger for something. Anger for, right? It's based on the impressions. The energy activates those impressions and brings out as anger. Expresses. Is the question answered? So the energy, you can see, energy is memory and mind and all. It's like a film, blueprint of the universe. So energy takes that, activates that and projects it. And takes it back as experience. So that's why consciousness expresses the universe and experiences the universe as individual. Expression of the cosmos becomes the experience of the individual. And experience again becomes the expression in the form of emotions and anger and fear and all. So this is cyclic. Okay. Is it clear, Kateni? Some meaningless practices. Right? Why you do? So go to some meditation class. Take your attention to Atma, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. It becomes a mechanical practice without a total understanding. Any spiritual practice has the total understanding is required. The total understanding is called initiation. Shall we start? Stop recording.